Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime My Gift, level 9999 unlimited gacha, backstabbed in a backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge, which had 12 episodes and was airing in autumn of 2025. Synopsis on any list. When Light is kicked out of the Concord of the Tribes, his former comrades instantly turn on him. Light escapes this diabolical act of betrayal by the skin of his teeth, only to find himself in the deepest part of the Abyss, the most dangerous dungeon in the realm. To avoid being eaten by carnivorous monsters, he uses the unlimited gacha, his sole magic skill. But where it previously only produced junk items, this time May, a gorgeous level 9999 fighter in a maid outfit, brings forth. Fast forward 3 years and Light has carved out his own kingdom in this backwater dungeon, summoning more beautiful level 9999 warriors who swear absolute fealty to him. Now a powerful level 9999 overlord himself, Light plans to ascend to the surface and take revenge on his betrayers one by one. So, we have a fantasy revenge show. It is not as dark as other revenge shows. Revenge stories tend to turn really dark really quickly. Look at Redo of Healer as example. This one now not as dark, but we still have a lot of revenge to go through. Now we have Light, who is the black-haired guy, and he is a human. Now in this world, humans are inferior, they are lower level, they can't reach that high of a level, that is why they are seen as inferior. If I remember correctly, there was like a story that there was a human that was really strong, and you know, he was very dangerous, and since then they try to more or less find anyone that could potentially turn like that and get rid of them, potentially. That is why we have the Concord of the Tribes. Now the Concord of the Tribes is the party that is comprised of different races, and they more or less thought, hey, we try to, you know, build more harmony between the races, so we have a representative of every race in our parties to, you know, to try and be more of a positive outlook how people could work together. Now, this Concord of the Tribes, however, is tasked with finding these people that potentially could turn dangerous. And that is why they recruit, in this example, humans like Light. And then, as soon as they find out, okay, he's not the guy we are searching for, they just betray him. Simple as that. That is why he wants to take revenge. He got abandoned he didn't really get abandoned, but they wanted to betray him in the dungeon. There was a teleportation trap. He was teleported to the deepest part of the Abyss, which is the dungeon, more or less the most dangerous dungeon that exists. And he was stranded there. Now, he has the ability of unlimited gacha. However, whenever he used it, he got like a fork, a napkin. He got bullshit. He got nothing useful. But down here, he is able to get stuff like the gorgeous level 9999 fighter May. And with her help, he was able to then, you know, survive, make his kingdom down here, summon more people. Because the magic of the dungeon or whatever supercharges his gacha ability, something along those lines, that is why he's able to do this. Now, level 9999 is more than double the highest level we know outside of his group. Meaning, these guys are OP. totally OP, which is one of the criticisms I have as always. But that is the idea. We got abandoned. We, survived, made our own kingdom, prepared a bunch of forces to then take revenge. That is the idea of the show. Now, animation, pretty good. Pretty good. The characters, the enemy characters I find bad. Not in sense of they are evil, because they are. They're just written in a way to make them as evil as possible, so that whatever we do to them, it's fine. Because they are the most evil people that exist. Because, it's not like, oh, we had this job, and we had to get rid of, light because of our job. Now it's like, we hate humans, we like to torture them, we like to enslave them, we like to kill them, and we are going to tell you all about it, but while, eating and laughing and having a good time. Oh, this one human was squealing whenever we killed him, ha 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 ha, funny, funny. It's like, okay. Why? I mean, I can understand, so you don't feel bad in any way, which, fair enough, there could be a good reason for a show to have people like that, but if everyone is like that, it is a little bit meaningless. I would like to have at least a little bit of a balance of, they are bad, they do bad stuff, but they also do good stuff. Maybe they do bad stuff to do good, maybe they do the good stuff to do more bad. You have a little bit of a balance that is what I like a lot more. However, in this show, it's like, hey, we don't want you to, think about the enemy. They are bad. We are good. Be on our side. We don't need any gray zone, which is fine. Okay. Now, our cast, we see Light, we see the level 9999 warriors or fighter. We have May. I do not know the names of the other one. We have Cat Girl. We have Night Labrador. This type of character I always explain as Labrador-like. There's the cute, I want to be praised. I'm going to do what I can. So, I'm going to be happy, go lucky. This is this type of character. Yes, a somewhat sadistic mage. And these, I believe, are the level 9900. We also have some other characters. The Gold, I believe, was his name even. My favorite character. We have the, I believe, Ninja Girl. They two have a pretty good chemistry. Gold is like, he's huge, he's over 2 meters tall, he's in golden armor, he's broad, he has a big shield, he's standing out a lot, and that is the point. He wants to stand out. That is the whole point why he's golden, why he's so huge. And again, he has a really good chemistry with the, I believe, Dark Elf girl? I don't remember. But her. Other than that, we have Light. I have my qualms with him. The other characters are fine. We have the typical everyone wants him, but he doesn't, he's occupied with revenge, which is always one of the weirdest parts in the shows, but it's typical, sadly, in Japanese shows, that the main character has no sex drive at all, somehow. What else? I am blanking right now. Right, power scaling. Again, a lot of... I am going to sound negative and criticizing a lot. However, in the grand scheme of revenge shows, this one is, not bad. It's you know, I have my qualms as always. But again, it's not bad. I do not find it very good because of these qualms. However, if you can look past them and just, you know, stay back, relax, enjoy a little bit of a show, then it's fine. Because he's able to summon all these level 9999 warriors, and we know they are stronger than whatever is out there, seemingly. He himself also turns into one. We are speedrunning the power scale again. I don't know why we do this always in the show, in general fantasy shows. But, you know, he's level 9000, whatever, the other ones are... He has a whole, you know, he has a kingdom with a whole different army that are super strong, and it's like... who are we fighting? Because at this point, the show has more or less lined out, hey, this is the strength level you can expect, and we are at the max. So to make it interesting later on, we are going to break the level cap somehow for an enemy, so that we then can break his level cap to be stronger than him. You know, the whole bullshit. Instead of being like, you know, let's grow into the direction. You know, we summon the level 9000 whatever May. Okay, maybe we can't summon the other ones that easily. Maybe it's like, you know, Exodia, you need to get a bunch of different parts of the level 9000 fighter, and then you can summon them. And we see that it takes a little bit instead of just drawing a card and done, which is mostly what happens. He's using his unlimited gacha and then he gets like, I don't know, I believe it's always, I don't really remember, but he has like then these cards. He can have spells in card form, people in card form, and then he can just activate them and boom, he casts spells. And this is, we see him being on the surface, you know, walking around trying to be incognito, and he's using these spell cards in super rare form. They have rarity because it's a gacha from, you know, normal, uncommon, rare, super rare, super rare, super fuck me, whatever. And he uses super rare cards, and it's like, why can't we just ease in, let him use a couple uncommon cards, rare cards, let's see how it goes, instead of being at like 80% of the power scale already, getting introduced to that. It's a lot of wasted potential in these kinds of shows that I'm missing. Now, naturally, there is a point that our characters are so OP, so we can then take revenge easily, and we can do whatever we want in that revenge moment. Because we are super strong, they are not as strong. Revenge itself, we don't really see much happening. It's mostly coming down to trying to get more information to see why he got betrayed, who's behind it, what is the reason why they wanted to betray them or him. And that is mostly what we find out. Naturally, we try to torture them a little bit, but not as dark as, again, other shows would like to do it. However, we do see that this group is more or less unmatched. And I feel like why he's down here for like 3 years, it does not seem like he was really trying to find out how strong he has to be to try and take revenge, because we are supposed to believe that he's mostly here for revenge. He's driven by revenge. However, he's not really trying too hard to find out how to take revenge. It's like after he, you know, is more or less, hey, we are totally OP, we are now going outside, but we are still going incognito to feel out how it is outside, instead of having like spies or whatever, run around, find out, okay, the highest level is X, I don't know, let's say 4K, and it's like, okay, we are double that, easy, we don't need to wait anymore. Again, a little bit weird. There's also a situation at the end which I found very weird. I'm gonna use an analogy though. There is a situation where, you know, let's say I'm coming in, I am, you know, I don't know, I have a tank, I use the tank, I blow up a wall, and I'm like, hey, come out, or I'm going to destroy whatever you have. Because I have a fucking tank. So they come out, unarmed, and they're like, what are you doing here? I'm not going to listen to you. And I'm like, did you not pay attention? I have a fucking tank. I blew up a wall. And you are like, oh, we are in a better position. You are not. In this situation, it would have made more sense for the character to be, you know, oh, damn, we seemingly cannot really do that. Maybe try to, you know, launch an attack, get defeated, and be like, you know, whatever you want. I'm giving up. I'm trying to weasel my way out of here. I'm going to comply, even though I'm going to try to sabotage you in any way, and then, you know, at least you don't kill me, so I can try to defeat you another time. Instead of being like, no, you have a tank, you are in a superior position, but I'm just saying no. Which is stupid. Additionally, I have so many problems with the bad guys. Some of the stuff does make sense, some does not. Where it's like, oh, I show you my super special ability, oh, you defeated it, oh yeah, this has to be some kind of mistake, oh, you did it again, yeah, you can't do that, that's not real. And it's like, come on. It's like you make them evil, you make them, you know, unredeemable, and yeah, now you make them troglodytes, stupid idiots that are unable to understand simple cause and effect. Again, I am very critical, let's say, or negative in this rambling. But I feel like there was potential. There was potential to make a really interesting show. They could have had some really interesting characters and stuff, but we just water it down to, you know, this. And I am not happy of the wasted potential, as always. Okay, enough rambling. Let's see. AniList has it at 70%. My anime list at 7.09 with 41k votes. So the, you know, it's a solid note in the regard that, you know, there's not a lot of manipulation that can go on here. But I would also say it's a 7 out of 10. It's fine. Overall, it's fine. If you can just ignore all the negative stuff that I outlined, you just go, hey, I just want to see him, you know, take some revenge, see some somewhat cool stuff. This one is fine. Totally fine.